Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Shantae and this is my budgeting YouTube channel. So in this video, I've been filming a lot today, but a lot of videos have been broken up into parts. So in this one, I'll be budgeting my last check of May. May was a 5-week pay month, so I get paid weekly. So May had 5 weeks in it and this is the 5th paycheck. So in my last video, I budget my 4th paycheck and that put all my bills in my cash envelopes into the green, other than the slight bill that I have to pay and fix. It's already paid for, I just have to put the money into it and everything is paid for. So this paycheck is pretty much just for me, and I'll show you how I divide up my 5th paycheck. So if you haven't watched my previous videos, I would suggest watching them in order. I'm just getting into the groove of explaining my budget, so there might be some things that I leave out that I explained in previous videos. So I separate my paychecks. All my bills, I divide them by 4 because I get paid weekly, so the least amount of paychecks I'll get is 4 paychecks a month. In some months like this month, I'll get 5 paychecks, but all of my bills are paid up over a month ahead, so I'm able to divide each bill by 4, give them their exact amount, and by the end of the month, I have the full bill ready to go for the next month. So getting an extra paycheck for about 3 to 4 times a year. Those I don't usually have to fill up my monthly bills because they're already paid for, if not overly paid for, because I do round up. So if, for example, my car insurance is usually less than $90 a month. Sometimes it changes every time it renews every 6 months. But it's been around $80 to $90 a month, less than $100 lately, but before it was like around $125, and I have yet to change that target, so each month I still save $125 for my car insurance. That's why I have such a big cushion in that area. And other bills like my audiobook is $11.99 each month. I save $12, so I save about 1 cent a month, but as you can see, it slowly builds up. Sometimes I put in extra with the extra paychecks because I just forget, but other times I don't, and this time I will not be funding any bills that's already paid up for, other than my YNAB and life insurance. So let's get started by splitting up this paycheck. So if I didn't explain, I did explain it last video, but if you haven't seen it, I budget my paycheck on paper. I give the lowest amount that I know I'm gonna get out of my check, which is about $600. I budget $600. My paychecks has been consistent, $630 for a while now, since the new year where we got a small pay increase. So I'm definitely working on a low income, but I'm a very big saver. I don't spend too much, I don't do too much, I don't even go out too much, so I don't spend a whole bunch on gas. But I budget $600 and that pays all my bills and all my cash envelope. So that extra $30 or anything that I might make over that with some overtime, it'll give me maybe an extra $30 to $45. So for this paycheck, it's just a normal one, $630.22, but it's a 5th paycheck. So I didn't budget this paycheck correctly on my paper. So there's a few things I'm not going to budget with this paycheck. I'm gonna do my rent and I'm gonna do my utilities, but I'm not gonna do any of the other bills. And then I'm gonna do my YNAB subscription and my life insurance. I usually don't do any of my sinking funds. No, not my sinking funds, my spending envelopes, but I might have to because I've been spending out of most of those categories more than what I'm used to. So I might do food and gas and leave everything else. Now I might just do that whole category. So I'll do that one. and then I'll do my regular sinking funds, and the rest will go into savings because I don't have an idea until I do a fresh start in my YNAB to move money where they need to be so I can know how much I really need in each category. So we're gonna start in 1 month ahead, and we're gonna add $300. So this is a little weird, the way it's set up and how I move money in and out of this account for both of these. So I do $300 a week for my rent, and then for utilities, I do unexpected utilities and unexpected bills. I do $12.50 each week. I could skip it, but it's nice to have extra. And then I do utilities like water and gas. I do $31.25 each week. Oops, I did that wrong. I gotta make sure I add it. Let me make sure I did it right with the... Okay, I did it right for the last two. Gotta make sure to put that. So add $31.25 for utilities like water and gas, and then I have the light bill. I do $31.25, but it all goes into one place. I just like to separate it. So that's usually about $75 a month, but this time, since I get, no, not 70, yeah, 75, I think. 75 a week, $300 a month, but this was $375. So that's for my 1 month ahead. I'm not gonna do too many of my monthly bills, so my numbers on my paper is gonna be off. I'll fix it later, but I'm only gonna put in my $250. For my YNAB subscription. It's due in July. It's $109 for the year, but as you can see, I have about easily two payments in my little cushion there. And I'm also gonna do my $250 in my life insurance, and that's all I'm gonna do for my monthly bills, which includes like rent, light, water. Sometimes they have gas, they separate heat and the light bill, but for this one it's together. Let's see. Next, do I want to? Yeah, I'll do my whole cashless envelopes because I have nothing I really need with this extra paycheck. So I'm gonna just do my whole $97.50 that I budget for my envelopes. So $37.50. Because I've been spending way more than I've been saving. So I save about $150 a month for food, but sometimes lately I've been going over because everything is higher, and I'm usually good at just doing a pickup order for one time a month. I plan at least 4 meals and some snacks, some breakfast, some dinner, things like that. I get it all in one pickup order, but lately I've been missing things like ketchup and seasonings and things like that I gotta pick up, and then also snacks I tend to get. So been spending more than my $150 budget sometimes, some months. Gas, I'll do the same for gas, $12.50, an extra $12.50 this month because gas is the same thing. Oops, did it again. Let me make sure I'm doing it right before I keep looking. Okay, extra $12.50. So for gas, before a full tank would be $50 for me. So like just a few months ago, let's just say last year, half a tank would cost me like not even $25, like $23. But now for half a tank is costing me $40. So a full tank would likely cost me $80, and this month alone I spent more than what I even added to my gas fund, which is an extra paycheck, extra $12.50, but I spent $67.78. But technically, since this is so close to the end of the month and I spent an extra $28, that's technically might just take me to 2 to 3 weeks in June before I have to fill up again. But I'm gonna add that extra for that. Household, I don't really need to, but I will just to make it easier on myself. Household, I buy in bulk, I buy bigger items. So, did I not do it? Did something wrong again? No, I did. So I buy bigger items and it's just for me really. We share most things, but sometimes we don't have to. So mouthwash I get from that, toothpaste, stuff like that, I take from household and it lasts me. Unexpected, definitely been needed. I've been pulling from this more than expected. So I used to have a good cushion, but now I still have a decent amount, but it'll disappear quickly. Personal, I'll add that. So $12.50 for unexpected, $6.25. For personal, another $6.25 for my hair appointment. A lot of this stuff is mainly for me, of course, right? But it's just split up into different categories just to have a better understanding of what I spend my money on. So if I was just to buy a whole bunch of hair products and things like that and still have it just like in one category with household things that I buy for myself and like personal things that I buy for myself, like it would just be you're spending this much for yourself. But separating it is like you're spending this much on your hair, this much on personal care, this much on household things like toothpaste and toothbrushes and things like that, stuff like that. So it's a good way to understand where it's going exactly and how much you spend in one category and less in the others. So next is BS, which is business subscription. So I have a second YouTube channel that I stream. I show my process as I write my original stories and draw my characters and try to make my own comic and stuff. So any business expenses like that. This month I bought Clip Studio Paint annual subscription and that's what that goes to. I saved $50 a month. So I'm gonna add this extra $12.50. So my count is off because I just did a regular budget on paper where I separated everything. But for this one, I have an extra $152.72. So going down to my sinking funds, I am going to, let's see, go to open up sinking funds, and I'm gonna add my regular amounts. Car maintenance, get $5 a month. Nope, $5 a week for $5 per paycheck. Moving, we are staying here most likely for another year, but I plan to move into a house eventually. I want to buy a house and have my own. I feel like it's gonna be the same thing. You still have to, it's more expenses of course, but you still have to pay a big chunk of your money into rent and utilities and so I'd rather work on owning something. So $10 for whenever we have to move again. Treat yourself, get $5 a week. And any extra money I usually have, I'll divide it evenly between these categories, or I'll give myself an extra $100. That's why this is so high. So when I randomly want to make a big purchase on myself, it's all my money, so I can, but I want to be a bit more responsible than that. So I give myself more than anything else once everything is paid, but I haven't been lately, and I'll show you what I've been doing instead. New home gets $10 a week. $10 seems like nothing, but it adds up. And also there's other parts, like even in my 1 month ahead fund, you see I have a good cushion in there, and even my utilities I have a good cushion, so that will all be considered household, but is separated because it just is. But this is a lot, and I'm gonna just separate it a bit more because I do have emergency savings that I haven't been putting too much into. So I'm gonna work on like separating my money way better, because that's what YNAB is for, and I haven't been using it to its full potential. So unexpected change. So that's just the cent that be on the end, and I just add that cent. So add 0.72. Close that back up. What did I do? Because it did not go. Okay, I did 0.01. Okay, and do that and do it again. Put the 72 cents into unexpected plus 0.72. Make sure that's right. And there go that change in there, because I wouldn't know what to do with it otherwise. What that put me on for my nieces. Give them their $5. Nope. Wrong one. Why am I making so many mistakes? I've been working on this and recording for a really long time. I had a lot to catch up on. I just separated the videos, but I've been doing this for a while because I was 2 weeks behind on my budget and I had a lot to do and fix. Family events. So I'm gonna change this up, but for right now I'll give both of these categories their $3 and I'll fix it later. And I might fix it off screen, or I'll record it and explain it later and not talk through it. Well, I'll just fix it off screen, but both of these get their $3. Then Christmas, $5. This is also just for my 2 youngest nieces. Sometimes I give some of my other nieces and nephews, the younger ones, but these are the 2 youngest. And technology gets its $5, and I have $101 left. And that, since I don't feel like finding exactly where I want to put the into, I'll just add it to my emergency fund. All extra that don't have to go to bills. And there's gonna be a lot of changes coming up, but for now, this is how everything is looking. I'm gonna fix everything before June. I have a lot of red, which I don't usually have. Both of these I'll pay for. I could pay, why is it 110 for you? What is it? $50? Okay. She's gonna give me that. She's gonna give me both of these back, but I might just take it out of, not unexpected, because I really don't have that much in unexpected. The $60 can come out of the phone bill. The $50 can probably come out of my personal until it get paid back. And let's see. The light bill, I just have to pay that half. Is that the light bill? Yeah, the 107. Pay that half. So let me add mines, do the math. Let me see if I did this math correctly. Yeah. It's technically on my credit card, and I'm not doing it from that one. I'm doing it from this one. Let's see if I. Okay, I gotta do it the other way. So go down here in my utilities and pay. Let's see. 53. To the light bill. See how much is left? Nope, $53.99. So I'm gonna do it so it's not multiple transaction. to the light bill. I would put in a credit card, but it might pay off what it wants and not what I need it to pay off, so it'll go to the light bill. And that is my half. Make sure that's right, yep. And that's her half, and then I have to figure this out. Yeah, I'll figure this out later. But for now, I budget my 2 paychecks. They most likely will be in separate videos, and now I'm all caught up. I need to fix up my categories and the amounts that are in them for a fresh start for the next half of the year, so I can just put all this extra money into a proper savings so I can see how much I'm actually saving, so it's not all over the place. So that is all for me today. I will likely have these videos up back to back so I can hopefully post every Sunday, because I get paid around Thursday, Friday, and film the video, have it posted, and hopefully up on Sundays. But I have so many backed up videos that I have to edit and work through, so we'll see, and I'll try to catch up so I'm on the same pay week. So thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.